this guy knows everything. He was kind of like Jesus a little bit. I just kind of felt like they were on the same level somehow.
Multiverse launching in 3, 2, 1.
Well, what do I want to talk about for Christmas? Let's see here. I want to say, first of all, Merry Christmas. Thank y'all for joining me. Thank y'all for listening today. If you are listening, if you're not, then thank you anyways for being alive and staying that way. And I hope that you continue to push on and push forward until next year. And well, maybe next Christmas you'll watch the show. But if you are watching, cool, thanks. Makes you an official Milty Knot because you chose to watch during probably the slowest day of the year, Christmas Day. Let me tell you a little story about Christmas. So when I was a little kid, Christmas for me was always an exciting day because Santa Claus was coming. Santa Claus was going to come bring me, something special, something new. I don't think that I cared so much about the stuff that Santa Claus was going to bring me as much as I thought that it was magical. The Santa Claus was coming. Who's this guy that comes in and he sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows when you've been bad or good, so you better be good for goodness sake. You know what I'm saying? So like, ooh, this guy knows everything. He was kind of like Jesus a little bit when I was a little kid, except not because I didn't think that Santa was Jesus. I just kind of felt like they were on the same level somehow, right? As far as like spiritual or just like, I don't know how to explain that to you. But you can figure it out for yourself. I don't believe that Jesus and Santa are the same person anymore. And I never thought that they were the same person. What I thought was that they both had some kind of power that normal people don't have. That's what I thought. So anyways, one time on Christmas, I remember, I grew up in the south part of Georgia. It don't really snow there. It don't really get very cold there. It did used to get colder there when I was a kid than it does now, apparently. But that's besides the point. There was this one year, I think it was around 1991. Maybe I'm wrong. If you know the timeline, then good. You know too much about me. But it snowed, and I lived in South Georgia, and we went over to Alabama, southern Alabama, to where my mammy lives, and we had a good time with everybody, and we exchanged gifts with the kids, and we had lunch together. And obviously, being about 6 years old, wanted to go outside and play in the snow, because who don't want to play in the snow when they're a kid, right? And especially when you don't get it, when snow doesn't grow where you live, you really do need to go and enjoy the snow. So if it snows this year, wherever you are, go outside and throw a snowball. I dare you to go have fun in the snow. We went outside and we played in the snow, and I tried to build a snowman, and then we had a snowball fight. And I don't know how long I was out there, because hours to kids are like minutes to adults, so it could have just been for a few minutes, or it could have been a few hours, because sometimes hours to adults are like minutes to kids. You never know how that's going to work out in the perception of a child's mind. But I was out there, and we were doing it, and we were sliding in the snow, and we were riding around on trash can lids and just having a good old time off the embankments, because if you don't know, certain areas of Alabama can get hilly. And so we were having a good old time, man. I didn't have gloves on, or I didn't put them on. I probably had some, but I didn't put my gloves on, and eventually my hands got so cold that they started to hurt. They hurt so much. And then I went inside, and instead of putting cold water on my hands and gradually warming them up, and they could have been cold water, but to me it felt like fire water. They put fire water on my hands to warm them back up so that I wouldn't freeze, so that I wouldn't get frostbite on my fingertips, so my fingertips wouldn't get too numb and fall off. You know what I'm saying? They did it like that. So that happened that Christmas, probably around 1991. That was also around the same time that the Ninja Turtles and stuff was cool. So I got some Ninja Turtles and stuff, and some Batman. Probably not that year, because Batman would have been, well, it's still popular, but the 1989 Batman came out, and that was whenever they were all real popular. I remember around the time I was 4 or 5, I got some Batman figures, and that was fun. That was cool. I got a little Batmobile. And then at some point I got a Nintendo and an NES. That was awesome because I used to love to play Super Mario Brothers. And then I also got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game on the NES, the original one. You know, the one with the dam level, not the dam level, but the level at the dam. Yeah. So there was that level where there was all this pink seaweed, and if you just touched it 3 times, you'd be dead. And I never got past that level. So if you got past that level, you're awesome. And you did better than me, but I didn't. And so I remember also going to watch Home Alone for Christmas one year. That was amazing. I loved watching Home Alone at the movie theater for Christmas. That was just the best. And then one time we saw Home Alone 2. I guess that was 1992 when that came out, and that was fun. I enjoyed that one. My favorite Christmas movie of all time is Home Alone 1. My second favorite Christmas movie of all time is Elf. And actually, the greatest Christmas pageant ever told, or something like that, that came out last year at the movies. That was actually my favorite Christmas movie of all time. It actually, as an adult, had me bawling my eyes out in the theater. Couldn't quit crying because it was such a beautiful story of this family that had nothing. Their parents weren't there for them. They didn't have anybody to look out for them. And this town hated them. This town treated them like they were no good. This town treated them like they were just the worst kids ever. Like they didn't deserve to be there. Like they didn't deserve to exist. And then they somehow ended up going to this church, and the oldest sister, who was the meanest one of all, she decided that she wanted to be a part of this Christmas pageant, and she showed up to the audition with her brothers and sisters, and everybody hated it, and everybody revolted, and all these supposed Christians were talking about how they didn't want them there, they didn't want them to be a part of it. They totally missed the point, right? They totally missed the point that Christmas should be about a time of bringing people in to the fold and bringing people into our lives to help them, to love them, to be there for them when they have nobody else. And these kids didn't have anything, and the dad from the family takes them, you know, a turkey or ham or something, I don't remember, just some stuff, and they act all tough like they don't need it, but like just the fact that this woman decided that no matter what other people think, she's going to do the right thing, and she's going to love on these children anyways. And it was just a beautiful story. So if you haven't seen The Greatest Christmas Pageant Ever Told, or whatever it's called, I might be wrong. If you just type that in, I'm sure it'll bring up the right one. But it was made last year. It was in the movie theater. And it's beautiful. You should watch that. If you don't do anything else for Christmas, watch that. And then watch Red One. I did a review on Red One last year, and that was fun. That was a cool movie. Santa Claus has got like this Secret Service thing going on. And yeah, I won't spoil it, but it's fun. It's on Amazon Prime. You can buy it physical copy if you want to. What's your favorite Christmas movie? Tell me what's your favorite Christmas movie in the comments, because I'd like to know about that. I'd like to talk about it, discuss it. Maybe it's something I haven't seen before. Maybe it's something I have. You know, there's a Muppet Christmas Carol. Muppet Christmas Carol was fun and exciting, and I used to love to watch that one, and I still do. Can't get my kids to watch it for some reason. I thought puppets were fun, but these kids these days, they don't like puppets like that. They do like A Nightmare Before Christmas, though, and it's probably because of the music. I don't know. And they also like Halloween, but we love Christmas. Christmas is great. Christmas is the best. Christmas is the day when Jesus was born. It's not really the day Jesus was born. It's really not. It's actually something to do with Saturnalia and some other pagan stuff. And you know, the Christians decided to tack it on to part of our religion too. But really, we do just celebrate the birth of Christ, and we reflect on, you know, the meaning of life at this time of year, I think, and we reflect on, you know, why are we here? What is our purpose? And our purpose is to love one another, to love ourselves, to love God, to give ourselves to life fully, to live our life fully without abandon. We're not supposed to live by these rules or by these crazy things that everybody has made up for us, but we're just supposed to be the best version of ourselves that we can be. And if you're the best version of yourself that you can be, aren't you going to be a good one? Aren't you going to be great? Aren't you going to do great things? Aren't you going to create wonderful things for people to enjoy and share? Or aren't you going to give it your all no matter what you're doing? I think you will. So I don't know. I don't know what I got on here to talk about today, except for that it's Christmas and Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Prospero Año y Felicidad. For all my Latinos out there and Hispanics and all of the different, Spanish speaking, Latino speaking country people, or whatever, not country people, you know what I'm talking about. People from different countries that speak Spanish and people from America who speak Spanish also. I speak un poquito español. Es suficiente. Sí, gracias. Por favor. Anyways, what's your favorite Mexican dish? My favorite Mexican dish is crispy chimichangas. And apparently I'm missing out on coquitos because I ain't never had no coquitos, but I got Puerto Rican friends that talk about coquito and I want some coquito. So if you make coquito and you know me and you haven't given me any of it ever in my entire life or our entire friendship, then shame on you for having coquito and holding out. Coquito blocker. Also, what is your Christmas traditions? What do you guys like to do? We like to have our stockings on Christmas Eve. Mom and Dad stuff the stockings for the kiddos with some fun little things, and they enjoy them. And then we get up on Christmas morning and see what Santa brought. Occasionally, Mom and Dad will add a little one or two things to the pile or something, just something special, something different. And then we'll spend the day together. We'll play. We'll build toys. Dad builds toys because toys must be built. And then we'll play and we'll go to Waffle House usually because Waffle House is open on Christmas Day and New Year's Day. So we usually twice a year we eat at Waffle House, and then we get diarrhea, and then we go home, and sometimes we get stuck at the Walmart bathroom for a while, taking turns going in and out and whatnot. But, you do what you do. And for some reason, you always have to go to Walgreens and buy batteries because you forgot to get batteries, which I'm going to take a note of this. I probably won't remember it, but I'm probably going to go get batteries before today so that we can have enough batteries in case we need them. So if you didn't already get batteries, I would remind you, but it's Christmas Day, so I can't. So unfortunately, here we are, and we didn't get batteries today, and our kids are going to be mad at us until tomorrow morning when we can go at least to the gas station close by and get some batteries or something, right? Did you guys eat any of those Christmas tree cakes? Did anybody have some Christmas tree cakes? I usually always eat Christmas tree cakes religiously. Christmas tree cakes are Christmas, but this year I have only had one Christmas tree cake because I'm trying not to eat like a fat boy no more. I'm trying to lose some pounds. I'm trying to get in shape because I did have a mini stroke this year, and I'm trying not to keep going that route. I am trying to do better. So are you trying to do better? We're going to have New Year's Day coming up soon. I guess some people will have some New Year's resolutions. I don't believe in New Year's resolutions because I've never kept a New Year's resolution, but that's neither here nor there because today is Christmas. Today is the day that old Saint Nick comes down your chimney, and if you watched the Santa Claus, then you know if you don't have a chimney, he magically makes one appear inside your house, and it works out just fine. So Santa can still get inside your house without breaking and entering because Santa Claus is no criminal. Even though they locked him up in the Santa Claus, he got away and he got out of it and he got off, and everybody stopped saying that Scott Calvin was crazy. Scott Calvin's not crazy. Scott Calvin knows exactly what he is doing. So, I just want to say Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. That's not a Christmas song. What's a good Christmas song? I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. That probably sounded like trash, and if it did, I'm sorry. Guess what? I was winging it. I didn't practice. I haven't practiced singing in a while, but I do sing sometimes. And Merry Christmas to you. Ho, 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 jolly, 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 blah, blah, blah. I won't keep you anymore because, it's Christmas. It doesn't need to be a long episode. You got family to spend time with, and if you took the time to watch this, thank you very much. I appreciate it very much. If you want to, like it, share, give me a comment. Tell me what's your favorite Christmas movie in the comments, because I'd like to know about that. And if you want to check out the Patreon, check out the Patreon. Just know that Milty don't quit, and you don't either. I love you guys.